He is a small business owner and has worked with Fortune 500 companies.
Mhm.
He's held a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and has assisted victims in crimes at the Los Angeles District Attorney Office. Omar is the coordinator of the Unified Small Business Alliance Outreach Program. Please welcome to the show, Omar Navarro.
Hey,
Navarro. Hey, girl.
How you doing?
Yes.
Thanks for having me on.
Navarro. It's Navarro.
Navarro. Yes. You know, we always go ahead.
Okay, so Omar, so real quick, you all. First of all, Omar, thank you for being on the show. Now, let me tell you what I really admire about Omar, you all.
Okay.
We met Omar back in, was it 2017?
17.
We were in California for a function and we met Omar.
That's right.
And he said that he was running for the 43rd district, congressman for the 43rd district.
Mhm.
And we heard him out and everything.
Yeah.
And then what we did was we got very silent and we watched.
We watched him.
We watched him from afar.
Yeah.
Omar didn't even realize we were watching him.
Mm-mm.
But we watched him from afar, you all.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw little interviews that he was doing. And I saw the passion because he was out in the streets.
Right.
Talking to people.
Yes.
He wasn't afraid to go to Maxine Waters' office. And I said, you know what?
Yes.
He is serious about this.
That's
So
right.
I'm like, we got to have him on the show.
That's
so
right.
welcome, Omar. I'm so
Welcome.
happy that you're here tonight with us.
Yes.
Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Okay, so real quick, Omar, how are you doing in California, especially when you up against Maxine Waters?
Yeah, you know, it's amazing to see the level of work that we put into this campaign. When I first started this, we started with $3 in our bank account. And, you know, it's amazing how come we come this far. We raised over $300,000. Just the level of support that we've gotten from over 50 states is amazing. Maxine Waters, of course, has a lot more money. She's bought off by special interest, bought off by the people who serve in our communities. And a lot of people are engaged. Our minimum contribution to our campaign has been over $50. So it hasn't been that much money. We haven't taken any money from PACs, special interest. So, I mean, we really want to make this about the people and less about special interest.
Wonderful. Okay, so as you running for Congress, what are you going to do different?
Yeah.
Because, you know, Maxine, she don't even live in the district.
Right.
And she lives behind a picket fences in her beautiful $4.3 million mansion. $4.3 million mansion.
That's right.
So tell us and tell everybody out there, what are you going to do different for that district?
Well, definitely. I mean, when I go around and I talk to various people in my district, and I'm going door to door, and I'm listening to various issues that they're facing, especially in business. You have a lot of businesses like Toyota that have left to other states for economic opportunity. And, you know, when I look at that, it really dissatisfies the people in my area, in my district, because they're not doing anything to help the people in my community. Jobs are leaving, and that's not good. That's why we have over 56,000 homeless people in Los Angeles County in the past 6 years, because we're not doing anything to address the unemployment rates here in our community. So we really have to get back to the sensitive issues, which economics are a big factor. So we have to create jobs and we have to sustain business in our community. That's how we really tackle a lot of these issues that we face. That's how we have a tax base so we can help our communities out.
Have you talked to anybody that's against Maxine Waters? I mean, anybody, any real people that say, okay, you know what, she hasn't done anything from the district. Have you been really talking to people? Yeah,
I mean, when I'm going door to door, and this is just yesterday, I had someone that came up to me, and when I was going door to door, one of the guy's wives came out, and she said, "I cannot believe someone's going against Maxine Waters. I've never seen someone go in front of my door to ask for my vote, and that's for me. That's surprising. It gives me hope. And when I see that, I can see that you have a chance in doing this. And I think, you know, when we're talking to people, people want to see that there's someone out there fighting for them. And, right. You know, I was born in this district, raised in this district. I went to school in this district. I understand it. And, you know, when you're out of touch with the community, people know right. that. And Democrats, Republicans, all voters. I mean, this is not just a one-sided issue. People know in this community what people are about. And when I tell them I'm a local, homegrown here, and I'm taking care of my own community, I was on the traffic commission in the city of Torrance. You know, I volunteered my time at the district attorney's office. when I was at the age of 21. So, I mean, I've done a lot of stuff growing up and paid my respect to my own community because I care about it. And I want to make sure it's not being run down by gangbangers, drug dealers. I was born in Inglewood, California, where that was relevant. There was drug dealers and gangbangers. And, you know, I don't want to see that in any community in my district. I want to fight for the people of the 43rd. And that's what I'm going to do from the very beginning. When I get in Congress, I'm going to fight for everybody that is here. I'm going to make sure that I pass more than 3 bills in 27 years. Now, I don't even want to be in Congress for 27 years. I think we should need to have term limits.
I agree.
Yeah.
But Omar, let me ask you this here. You know, we were on another radio show, and we were talking to an African-American male that's saying that illegal aliens are crossing the borders to California, and they're driving out people in their communities if you are a minority, if you are Black. I hate using the word minority, but if you are a Black African-American man, like they do things to get you out of your community, drive you out, especially if you were born there, if you was raised there. Do you see any of that? And what can you do about that?
Well, definitely. I mean, I hear this from a lot of constituents in the community. I mean, there's a lot of Black Americans that were working in construction many, many years ago. And a lot of illegals have taken those jobs away from a lot of Black Americans in our communities. I mean, so for me, that is a serious concern. We have to address the illegal population that's already here. We have to make sure that we're serving legal Americans,
That's
Americans.
Right.
Because if people come here illegally, they're just spitting on the country. I mean, my family came here from Cuba. They came here from Mexico. And they came here obeying the laws of our country. When they call me racist because my family did things right, excuse me, forget you. I believe in doing things right. My family taught me to do things right. They told me that, you know, if you do things right in this country, you could achieve anything. And, you know, and if you do make a mistake, you're going to pay for it. And if someone's making a mistake by coming here illegally, they're going to have to pay for that mistake. And they're going to have to go back in line. And they're going to have to go through a process. My family took 10 years. And they had 13 brothers and sisters, my mom. And it was tough. It wasn't easy. And they were apart from each other. But you know what? They did things right. And I'm really proud of my family for doing that.
Well, let me ask you this here. I heard you had an event coming up with Herman Cain. Tell us.
So I'm having an event on June 1st with Herman Cain. It's going to be in La Quinta, California. So the tickets will be available this week on Friday. Well, this week we're going to make sure that they're up by the end of the week. We haven't listed the link or anything, but we've confirmed it. Herman Cain will be here on June 1st. I'm excited to have his endorsement, his backing, and a lot of other people like Roger Stone, who was an advisor to my campaign, who's been helping out from the very beginning. We've been fighting hard in this district, and it's great to have advice from a great advisor that advised the President of the United States.
And when is the primary voting date?
So June 5th, we're going to decide who's going to be the top 2 vote getters. After that, it's going to be a duke out between the top 2 people that go to November. We're very confident that we're going to get past June. We've been working very hard. We're the only campaign who has a campaign office. We're the only campaign who's actually in the district walking, doing things. And we've been investing a lot of our time. I mean, we also have a candidate statement. You know, candidate statements are very important. It is essential to get your message across so voters can actually read it. You know, when you get your ballot, you get to read the candidate statement. Well, people get to read that. They're pretty expensive to buy too. I spent over $7,000 on that, and it's not cheap. I mean, it really is. There's a cost for democracy, and at the same time, we have to make sure that we are giving opportunity to everybody, not just people like Maxine Waters, who have been entrenched for over 27 years.
So let me ask you this here. If anybody want to donate to your campaign, how do they do that?
Yeah, they can go to my website at omarnavarro.com, or they can go to the other link, which is defeatmaxinewaters.com.
Wow. Omar, I really think that you got it. I mean, it takes guts.
Yes.
It takes guts to go up against a career politician, because we know that she is career. However, she is not helping her district.
Well, she don't even live in the district. How can she help something she don't even live in? She don't even know what's going on in there.
And the reason why I want people to support Omar Navarro is because he lives in the district. He sees the need of the people. And we don't need anybody like a Maxine Waters that was working for her own greed living in her $4.2 or $3 million mansion. Ain't worried about people in that district. But you got Omar living right in that district.
Yeah.
And he see the need of the people.
And she living in a $4.3 million home on a $174,000 a year salary.
Now what that tell you all? Kick back, patty whack. Give a dog a bone. Thank you, Omar. We're so happy that you were here tonight. Thank you. Can we invite you
so much? Thank you for having me on. And you know, I really I'm blessed that I'm on here. I've watched your show for so long, and with my mom. My mom's a big fan of the show, so I hope she's watching. Hey, and my mom really inspired me to keep going through this campaign because she's a strong woman, and we need stronger people that are out there fighting for us. And I want to thank you all. God bless you just for doing this. Thank you.
God bless you too, Omar. Thank you for being on. Good
luck.
Oh my God! You know what? Wow. I'm very, very, very happy for him. I love it. Listen, it takes guts.
Yeah.
You got to be. It takes guts to say, you know what? I'm about to change this here right now. I don't care. I'm about to change it.
That's right.
And then when you see him getting out doing the groundwork,
right?
He's not just sitting around figuring out what I'm going to do. He's out there doing the groundwork, going door to door.
Yeah.
So those type of people.
I don't see Maxine Water out there doing that.
No, because she thinks she got this in the bag.
But she talking about impeach 45.
Impeach, that's what they think.
Yeah. That's all I keep hearing from.